Hello, good morning, it's Michael Feeley here. Welcome to part 2 of what the church is not telling you. About a week or so ago I did part 1 at Lichfield Cathedral, when I just walked in and just showed you a few hidden symbols. Today I found a nice little quaint abbey not too far from where I live, and we're going to do the same here. Now, a lot of the things that you will see inside are the same as you saw inside Lichfield Cathedral, simply because it is the same mystical mind behind everything that goes on in these types of buildings. Now, I don't do these videos to criticise religion or criticise people's belief, because it is really up to them what they believe, and it's their right to believe what they wish. In fact, the vicar of this particular church is quite a nice guy, and even offered to open the building up specifically just for me to go and have a look around. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to go inside and see what we can see. And contrary to people's allegations that I deny the existence of Christ and God, it's actually quite the opposite. All I'm saying is that Christ and God are not what you believe them to be, or what you've been taught to believe they are. So let's go inside the church and see what we can see. So again, as we approach the entrance of the church, we see straight away reference to the Holy Grail, to the womb, to the yoni in the archway. And of course, when you come to these places, you also see that they're built in quite glorious stone. Stone, that's quite significant, because the word stone is eben, which means father and son. Now, son in Hebrew is ben or bena, which means to build. So we have stone, father and son, and we have to build in son. But son also relates to sonic and to resonance and to resonate. Now, when you look at the ancient monuments and churches, you will see that they are built to encompass harmonics, to basically elevate your divine spark within. So stone is also quite significant. So we're now inside the abbey, and again you can see a baptismal font, which usually has 8 sides. The number 8 is again significant in relation to the covenant with God. But within the number 8 you can also create the Masonic compass. So the alchemical water is really fire, which is the inner purification. And when you look above me, if I can get the camera correctly, at the top there, which you probably won't be able to see very well, but there is a picture of Noah and the ark on the stained glass window. Noah relates to the 7, which is the completion of the 7 chakras, and the ark is really the arcane knowledge, which, when you look at the Dead Sea Scrolls, the original Noah's Ark is the Great Pyramid. We can also see a rainbow just above Noah. The rainbow is the 7 chakras, the colours of the 7 chakras, which are completed by Noah. Candles represent a mystical enlightenment, and you can see many candles around such churches. Again, on the stained glass window we see reference to many depictions of the fish. Now, the fish in Egyptian is semek, which is the same word as spine, and what it is telling us is the spine is the highway in which the aisle, the spinal fluid, the aisle, the anointed, passes up Jacob's ladder, which again is the spine, and he goes into the head, which is Golgotha, the place of skulls, where we achieve the inner Christ. Also, again on the stained glasses we see a depiction of the Red Sea and the rose. Well, the rose is really the womb. The red rose indicates the red menstrual blood, and of course the Red Sea is the same. So when you see the rose, the Red Sea, he's talking about the menstrual blood, which is the drink of immortality within the chalice. The chalice is the womb, and the red wine symbolises menstrual blood, which is the drink of immortality. Mary, or mare, which is water, obviously relates to the feminine waters, the feminine power. The feminine power is the Kundalini serpent energy that takes the aisle up the spine to Golgotha. So when you look at Egyptian, and I've said many times that the original Bible is the Giza Plateau, but when you look at Egyptian, the symbol for water is also the symbol for the serpent. So here we have Mary, who is the Kundalini, who is the feminine power that holds the hands of the divine seed inside us and takes it to illumination. The word Joseph just means to increase, so it is increasing our conscious capacity. This of course also relates to the Last Supper, because the word supper is soup, and the primordial soup of creation is menstrual blood. Now on the stained glass window behind me you can see the character Lazarus. Lazarus is El Ashuras, which is Osiris. Osiris is the Egyptian god, but it's also symbolic of the third eye, the pineal gland, because the word Osiris means open eye. Here again we have the eagle. Now the numerical value of the word eagle is 73, which is also the numerical value of the word Jesus. So we have the eagle inside the church. Behind me we have the altar. Again, the altar is the place of sacrifice, which is what it means, but it's also the womb, because when we come from a celestial place to a terrestrial place, we go through the womb, and that is a sacrifice, because we relinquish that for this. And going back to originally what I said about sound, the stones actually reverberate the sound and they resonate at a higher sanctity, at a higher frequency, which increases your divinity. And here we can see the gigantic organ that would send out the sound that bounces off the stones. So here we have one of the most famous symbols of Christianity, which is the cross. The cross is really man, it is the body. So you see the body and the outstretched arms, and the part between the shoulder and the head is known as the fourth way, which again is the journey to enlightenment, to the Heavenly Father, which is universal knowledge. So our Father is the knowledge of the mind, and the Heavenly Father is universal knowledge. So our Father, who art in heaven, and heaven on earth is when you actually anchor that universal knowledge in to the earth. That was the symbol of duality, which is when unity separates, it becomes dualistic, comparable halves. So when divinity separated into duality, to experience, to give a sense of perception, we became the fragmented parts of the creative force that separated. So we are, each and every one of us is divine. So therefore we have divine rights, and we shouldn't be letting anybody else tell us otherwise. So again, thank you very much for watching this video. Again, there will be many more such as this, and please subscribe to my channel, and please take a look at my website, which is michael-feeley.com. You take care, and I'll speak soon. Bye bye.